Alex Sherman has been able to sleep only a few hours each night since his son Ron was taken by Hamas militants from a military base near Gaza on October 7, because Ron is a soldier. Sherman worries that the 19-year-old will be among the hardest to get out of Gaza. The pensioner is desperate to be reunited with his son but thinks the fighting will continue before that happens. He will keep Ron very close to him. My son is like a human shield, predicted Yahya Sinwar, Hamas political leader in Gaza. This is a fear shared by many families of soldiers kidnapped by Hamas. Every weekend since the Hamas attacks, Sherman has attended a rally in Tel Aviv for the hostages' families. This escalated further Saturday when Israelis called on their government to work towards the release of all hostages captured October 7, potentially extending the current pause in hostilities. In accordance with the ceasefire agreement between Israel Hamas, Israeli citizens and groups of other citizens have been released from Gaza every day since Friday, while Israel has also released detained Palestinian women children. All Israelis released under this agreement are civilian women and children. A source who previously spoke to CNN said that the fate of soldiers and adult civilian males remains unclear, and they are seen as the most difficult group to leave Gaza. Qatar's foreign ministry announced on Monday that an agreement had been reached to extend the ceasefire in Gaza for another 2 days. Israel has previously said it would be open to a one-day extension for every 10 new hostages released by Hamas after the 4-day deal expires. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described this possibility as welcome during his meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden on Sunday. Hamas had also expressed interest in extending ceasefire by making serious efforts to increase the number of people released from prison, as foreseen in humanitarian ceasefire agreement. It's a move that has the support of key nations, including the United States Qatar, and will bring greater relief to civilians in Gaza who have endured weeks of Israeli ardment, a worsening humanitarian crisis. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, pictured on October 28, stated that the country would be open to extending its ceasefire with Hamas. Abir Sultan But the possibility of more hostages being released still offers little hope for families like Sherman's that have relatives in the Israeli armed forces. Nadav Eyal, a columnist for Israeli newspaper Yediot Ahronoth, told CNN that Hamas has not seriously proposed the return of all kidnapped Israelis or any major deal. Another potential complication is that Hamas does not hold all Israelis smuggled into Gaza. An estimated 40 to 50 people are thought to be held by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad as well as other groups or individuals. Despite international calls for a ceasefire that would provide continued humanitarian aid to Gaza, Israeli government has said it is determined